Hey, welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib. Hope everybody's doing well. We talk about Pillage, new CM Diary, and some other little bits and bobs that have gotten thrown in today. So we'll start with Lady Cat
Hello.
and Kenny
Hello, hello.
and Derpy.
War Commander, here we come.
There you go. TSM,
Hey, how you doing? All right.
doing pretty good. And Two Doors.
So, what do you do when you work from home and your internet is on the fritz?
Oh, that's well, well, you're not really doing anything. Well, we shouldn't talk about that on the interwebs, but yeah, I don't know. It's
I'm doing my best.
okay,
I'm trying.
okay, all right. Well, let's get started with the slides. All the bug fixes were associated with HTML5. Blurry graphics and memory leakage. So,
The
thoughts?
graphics do seem a bit better. Although the game is now HTML5 is worse for me at this point. I'm getting a bunch of things out of place. I can't load my base, but it's free.
Okay, well, that's good. Um, so it seems like it might be taking up a little bit more bandwidth because it's not blurry.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Well, let's move on. We have the April stimulus package that dropped this morning.
Love it.
Replaced our 25% repair bonus every day. You get 2 1-hour ship repair tokens. These will not stack above the maximum of 24. They'll start to just not happen. You also get 20K titanium, 30K uranium. I didn't ask what happens to those if you're over the limit. Then today, Wednesday, we get one of the Golden Eagle Aurora Aquila rockets, which how much we paid for those is crazy.
And they don't work.
Well, I think they work, but they don't really show. I don't know. It's hard to tell how much of a difference they make. Also, today you should have gotten a 124-hour Praetorian build token and a 124-hour upgrade token for your Praetorian. And then on Friday, you get one Antipode Launcher D99U, a Punisher build, and upgrade tokens. This will be every Friday, Wednesday and Friday for the next month. I'm sorry, the other point I wanted to bring up, these do go over the limit. The build and upgrade tokens will go over the limit of 10 that you have. So you can stack those. For proof of this, one more click. So there we go. Any thoughts on this?
Yay.
I like it.
I do too.
Thank you, Kixeye.
Yeah,
That was nice of you.
I'll miss the quarter repair, but this makes up for it. So
I would definitely say make the most of this because next week you'll be building new holes after the raid. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So generic tokens might have been good, but that's okay.
Well, if they
last
won't-
chance to win. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having to burn mine on whatever. At this point, as far as my FM tokens. So my ones from last one, but again, you should have been you need to keep the ones that you have, but some of the old ones I'm going to need to burn.
Yeah. See, I'm really tempted. Do I open my legendary and risk losing a 2-day token if I get 2 2s, which is extremely rare?
Wait, and do we need to burn them? I'm trying to think because I have a full set. Yeah, because I have this week's. Because I have a full set of. I just want to make sure I wasn't misleading people. I haven't started this FM. I have a full set of chests and a full set of tokens, and so in order to get this week's chests, I need to burn some in order to get them in. So, but you want to keep everything from last week's chests and this week's chest. But if you still have leftover tokens like I do, yeah, you'd be forced to burn them. But otherwise, you should be keeping these for the.
Okay. You're right.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to get that straight.
No,
Wasn't
you're right. I was going to open the chest, and you're right. I need to not open it. So.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted. Did we lost Brian?
I think he's lost comms.
Okay. So I think it's great. I think it's I think it'll help people that is the only time you really have to upgrade your Praetorians is every other month during the raid, unless you want to coin them up or buy the tokens, because you're either your shipyard is either active with upgrading or building all but those 6 days. Every other raid, when there's not really a prize out there that you would really want to build in your normal shipyard. So, but I think it's nice. I like it. So
Yes. Thank you.
okay. Well, if nothing else,
Do these repair tokens stack up to 2 or 24?
24. I'm pretty sure. I only asked if they stacked, and that was the answer I got. My limit shows 24. So I don't. Is there two? Are you showing two different?
I 24, yeah.
Okay, you have 24. Yeah. What I'm saying is they don't stack above the 24. Not that you need to use them every day, because I have 14 at this point, and I just realized that I'm going to need to use some, so they don't just go away. But yeah, they stack up to 24. So okay. Well, let's move on then. The new calendar, Pillage this week, and we'll talk much more about that. April raid, Retribution, plus the strategy guide. I so wish it was the strategy guide for the following month, but I am afraid it's probably for the raid that's the next day. And we're going to get another PvE hall calendar, which shows us, I think it's going to be improved, a little more intuitive. The last one wasn't terribly intuitive, showing us for the big events every week what halls we'll need to have available. And then a 3-week cycle to the FM. What we're thinking is yet to be confirmed is the implementation of the new PvP rules, which we'll get into. The April contest, which you're supposed to use your Punishers to win skins for the next ship. Bounty, and Spring Reckoning special event. So we'll see. Well, no, I think that's the Spring Reckoning special event. I think is the. I'm not sure which is which, but okay. Any thoughts on that? The stuff that we're not have slides on later?
I'm glad that we'll get a strategy guide. I do wish it was sooner, and I'm really grateful for the for this new calendar sort of thing that they're putting out, letting us know what hulls are going to be needed in the future. It really does help us with planning, so I do appreciate that.
Okay. And I have one. Ben says you have one queue for the 1-hour repair tokens. I'm not sure that means it's one of them. I'm not sure what that means. 2 should have dropped today, and again, I haven't looked besides seeing that I have 24.
Yeah, I'm just going to look now.
Okay.
See what mine says.
I'm a little confused by that question. Oh, because I don't have a. Well, we'll get into spring cleaning event. No, I didn't make slides on that, but maybe we'll take a look at it. There is the rock and roll 55 targets. which give you a skin for the Punisher. It takes 6 shards in order to get that skin. It's you don't get anything else. There's no resources or anything else like that. It's green and yellow, and you can bring your megas into it, but you don't do enough damage to kill the target. It just sort of sits there and fires for 15 minutes, and you can't really get out. So, yeah, and this is the April Fool's Day event. So, alrighty, let's move on. All right, Pillage, the next slide. All right, same targets as last month. The assault targets where we use our Pegasus that we figured out was pretty easy. I don't know if we need to run through these again. Basically, you kill all the ships and then you can auto the rest and your instant repair. So, and then the 128 target, which we've seen for, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months so far, where you just leave the tank. You lead a tank and let it follow, set up some waypoints. We've done this quite a few times so far. And you get 20,000 points per set. And as far as the B targets, the assaults, I guess you can hit with the War Pegasus, but you get a hit down penalty. With the 67, you can't hit with the Praetorians. You can only hit it with the dragons. So let's clear that up. And thoughts on these, anybody?
I know what I'd like to say. I wish these 128s with the FM targets, they're much easier.
Yeah, they are.
I really like them.
Yeah, they've been around for a while. They're faster. They're faster than especially even the 129s. They're easier to complete. But again, if anybody in chat wants to see somebody do one of these targets, I'm sure we can get that arranged. It's just we've done it a few times and don't necessarily want to bore you all. But yeah, it's a good target. Let's move on. The only new prize is the Absolver Scattergun. And it's going to cost you a set and a quarter to get each one. We'll talk about that gun in a little bit in a minute. You can claim up to 10 of them. And the rest of his older stuff, one more click. And they added in the drag heavy thrower at the last minute. So that is also available for everybody.
That's not a bad idea. I think points on this one is a bit easier than the other events. So that's if he didn't manage to obviously cash in and get enough points for that thrower, then though does it help a lot? I'm not 100% sure it does, but
Not really.
I think getting all D99Us is better actually than worrying about that one, to be honest.
Absolutely. If you don't have all 40 dinner, and you should be your top priority. It's better that they have that here because now we're almost at the end and we kind of know how many ships are even going to be at U2 to be able to put this on.
Yeah. And I don't know what they have planned, though. I mean, because you have the X1 debuff weapon that's on the Punisher, and if you have all 5 at X1, you're going to split the damage of the turrets within the affected range. And now they're giving you that. It feels like they might make a substantial change to the targets between these two, because the last target wasn't really meant for the heavy thrower. But we'll see. It may not work. It may be not that useful. And and you're right. The launcher may be much more useful, but it's sort of. It's hard to tell how they, sometimes change things.
I didn't notice a great deal of difference before putting them on. It's the last thing I fitted to my fleet, and the impact was negligible. So, yeah.
Yeah, when I put mine on, I was putting on a combination of throwers and armor just to make it 24 hours. So I was, and the armors don't really seem to, but I was improving as I went along significantly. So I wasn't sure what was it driving or what I was equipping to the ships or what was happening. But I was improving significantly along the way. And we have some expensive structure build tokens.
Oh, they're well cheap, aren't they?
Yeah.
You should only get those if it's going to be the difference between finishing your dock and not finishing your dock for the raid.
Or you're going to spend your all your points on resources.
That too. Maybe you can finish off a mountain or something.
Yeah.
If you didn't already coin all of them.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, or save them for the upgrades on the mountains.
Yeah.
The rubber fits on the mountains too.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't they?
Yeah, because when they go from U1 to K2.
Yeah.
K2.
Yeah, the K2 mountains.
Yeah.
On these structure build tokens, they're can you stack them?
I think the limit is, if anybody has the game, I think, is it 5?
Let me have a look.
Can you stack them above the limit? Normally you can't. When you purchase from the store, the only way you can stack is through some certain special events, and then basically buying them through a time limited offer. But most of the time you can't stack.
So yeah, Retribution, by the way, that's obviously the raid title, isn't it? It's just popped up as a window. So
It's got a Thor's hammer aesthetic going on.
Yeah. So structure 7 days. Where are 2-day ones? I'm not confident they can stack.
Stack
Overstack,
above.
I mean. Yeah, I don't think they can overstack.
But what's the limit? What's the limit? Is the limit 5? Or you spend all yours?
I'm just scrolling down through. It seems like I have. No, it's 5. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I currently have 2 from some other events. So I think organic, without paying for anything, buying anything, I think it's. I think you would not probably have to worry about it at this point, but yeah. So, okay, well, let's move on. All right, the limited scattergun, the Absolver. I'm comparing this to the Antipode, not because they're similar in the way they perform, but because that's the only other Tier 9 PvE. And you'll see a significant difference in weight.
It's a bit chubby.
Yeah, yes, it is a bit chubby, which implies that we're either not going to have as many weapon slots or armor slots on the next ship. So just be aware that I may have, I was talking, right now I have 16 of the new limited armors for the next ship, and it's so that's enough for everything but the flag, and we don't have to have those ready for the raid for another 5 weeks. So pay attention to, if you're tight on FM points or whatnot, realize that you might be close to reaching your limit, but I wouldn't slow down until we actually see what the ship looks like. But just looking ahead, that I think this is going to be.
We know what the ship looks like.
We know what it looks like? Oh, so
there's a picture of it.
Okay, so we can see the number of armor slots?
Oh, there you go. I was being sarcastic.
Okay. Yeah. Derpy's been locked up for a little bit, I think. Not in prison, just in his house. But he's yeah. I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're gonna take some. Basically, if this was a Saturn, and you doubled the weight, the scattergun would fit. So I'm thinking, maybe we're going to get like a 4 and 6 or 4 and 8 type of configuration, as opposed to what we have, like 6 armor slots on the Punisher. So I'm thinking we're going to see something closer to that. So just be aware.
It's difficult to balance. I mean, you look at the damage. The damage type is very similar, 45-3 to 48, but then you get multi-shot of 8 as opposed to a multi-shot of 6. But it is a different damage type, so it's a bit of an assumption and a bit of a guess, isn't it?
Well, I'm just working on the weight. I'm just working on the total weight. I'm not what the damage they do. I'm just looking above the belt line, so to speak, in the top stats above attack. It just as far as how many could fit on a ship. And what the ship design might be to, allow you to not pass over your weight for the ship.
I prefer if it was less armor anyway, but we'll see.
2 of 1 day and 2 of 10 hour. Okay, okay.
Oh.
So Ben's guessing 6 weapon slots and 2 armor and 5 special slots. I don't know. That's
I'd say more armor than that.
Yeah, and I would say more special slots than that.
Should we start a poll? Derpy's good at those.
We all guess, and one of us has to be right.
Yeah, everybody will vote on it. We'll have 1 armor slot and 20 weapon slots, and we'll just go with that. So, alrighty. Let's move on if we're done with the Absolver. All right, Retribution. Here's some preview stuff as far as what we should expect in the Retribution and on. This is from the CM Diary. We're going to see the Zealot, which is the Tier 9 Assault Hall, which we were just talking about as far as Darpy creating a poll and deciding how many weapon and armor slots we can have. And then we have the Tier 9 Defender, the Gatekeeper. And then we are going to get the Unlimited Scattergun. Not the Absolver, but the Penitent will be available in the raid. The Twin Fang Feeder.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah. Is this a multi-shot special, or is that the full focus choke? Which,
Say that one 3 times fast.
Yeah, well, and I'm not sure if that's Taekwondo or something that you would see in the Kama Sutra. So
I'm waiting for Ren's next video where he says them both. That'd be funny as hell.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting because have we gotten 2 specials in a raid and for a single ship in a long time?
Maybe one's for the Defender. So.
No, that's the 3rd one down below. See where it says Tier
9?
Okay, you're right. It says
yeah.
Not only do we have 2 new specials, we have a bunch of. We're going to have the limited weapons to get in the raid, and one of the unlimited weapons if you want to.
So we're gonna have
and the hole,
in this raid.
And the defense hole, and the defense weapon, and upgrade kits, and some upgrade tokens.
Yeah.
All with new targets. We're going to have to get a lot of points next raid. So the new targets really need to be tuned with the acknowledgement that we're going to have to get a bunch of things, and probably going to be priced pretty expensive because they're all new.
Well, and we'll probably talk about this when it comes up, but normally the week we have the raid, we have the XP weekend, and there's usually a TLC the following week that you can win all of it. You can win I'm willing to bet there'll be a TLC where you can win the Zealot, the Penitent Scattergun, the Twin Fang Feeder, and the Full Focus Choke. If the history of the last several months is any indicator.
Are you willing to risk getting those?
Well, no, I'm gonna get them. I'm just saying. I would make sure you got the ship. Not the old advice. Well, if you can't get the hull, get the weapon and the special. I would say get the hull so you can start building it
and ranking it. Yeah.
Yeah, and get it ranked for VXP weekend, and then you can start adding these specials and weapons at that point. I'm planning to get it all during the raid, but as a fallback, I would make sure that you get the zealot prior to getting the weapon and the special. At least if what we've seen historically works out, because if you sit there with the weapons and specials and without the hull, you can't start building it. So either way, I would make sure you get the hull. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. All right. It's a 3 with 2 vampires, so keep that in mind.
Just don't pull any of the.
Don't what? I'm sorry, Derpy. You were.
Don't pull any of these 2 specials.
Don't do what with them?
Don't Google them.
Okay. All righty. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, the Google was dropping out. So, yeah.
I'm just gonna have to do that now, I think.
yeah. Oh, I should have had some pictures for this slide. It sounds like.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Time. I see it coming.
Yeah. All right, and then we get the deadbolt scattergun for the gatekeeper. So it's going to be a corrosive defender. So let's move on.
Do you not think that name's a little bit like over-egging the fact that it's still going to be probably pretty shite?
Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure how it ended up there. Okay. The Zealot features a new Tier 9 assault hull, armed with an array of scatterguns, and is capable of maneuvering at breakneck speeds, which is, I don't know what the description of the Phoenix was. I'm sorry, the Pegasus was, but let's hope it's faster than the Pegasus, because we're going to keep you to this if breakneck speeds is not the Pegasus. It specializes weaving into enemy blind spots and shredding foes at close range. So it's between the blind spots and it sounds like they're planning on interesting targets. I'm not sure that I could see this actually making it across the water. Have you noticed the ships?
You ever heard of?
More like spaceships. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There was an aircraft on the water that the Russians built in World War II. What's it called? An airplane?
Oh,
the 6 rocket jets. Yeah.
Are you talking about the force? What do you call that when it's the force from the water and the air is keeping it?
Hydroplaning. Airplane.
No, it's not hydroplane. Hydroplane is like
ground effect.
Ground effect, yeah. The ground effect planes, yeah, where they're like 30 feet off the water. Yeah, ground effect planes. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, so maybe that's how it gets the breakneck speeds.
It's like one of those eBay car commercials where someone's trying to sell an old banger and make it sound good. That's what it looks like. Breakneck speed. That means it's got no brakes.
Yeah.
This is what I shared screen. This is what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
That's the
So
one, yeah.
travel, aren't they much further off the ground effects planes? Aren't they further off the water?
That's as high as it goes.
Okay.
It's supposed to be that close.
Mm-hmm.
It never made service, by the way.
Yeah, because a couple of them didn't they?
These are missiles right here. Put scatterguns on there, and we have our Zealot.
Yeah, as long as the scatterguns are fast enough to so you're not shooting yourself. But yeah, got to have the projectile speed faster than the ship.
Well, that sounds like F-16 trolls now.
So, all right, let's see the gatekeeper.
That's pig ugly.
Yeah, that's what I was
That
gonna
thing.
say. That is ugly.
What the chuck is that?
It looks like this crashed and ran into a wall.
Well, it sort of has like it should be related to the silverfish. It has a very insect. At least the front end of it looks I mean, like, what's the purpose of that?
Well, it's repairing nearby buildings, so it looks like
It's like it's
screwdrivers.
supposed to.
Yeah, it
Go
sort
on,
of
sorry.
reminds me of a board kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, it looks crab-like.
Looks like it's supposed to grab something with those front four.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Warhound. Or
Repair
a
it.
fleet of the bastards.
Wouldn't that be nice? So it
Yeah,
repairs buildings. It's not helping you. It's not doing anything to the ships. It looks like
yeah,
it's a help for
Yeah.
buildings.
yeah. Um, yeah, and this would have been if it had the same uh, ability as the Gorgon, just to grab one ship and keep it there. This should have been the Gorgon, right?
That would have been cool. Yeah, especially if they had the effects of it. You could watch it happen.
Yeah,
Love
but
to
yeah,
see those 5 warhounds that hit me. I'd love to see something stop them.
Yeah, but if they were going to do that, it could actually grab onto a ship. They should have caught the Kraken. So
there we go.
Well, we had the Kraken, sort of.
I know they sport it, didn't they? So, but a Kraken, the
We
boost
just
effects would be amazing.
Yeah.
You need to spell Kraken differently. Yeah.
It does look a beetle. You're right. It does.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, let's move on. The PvP rule changes that have been sort of confusing people for a while because they were supposed to drop with the last outpost upgrade, but they've been delayed. We're expected to see them in the next 2 or 3 weeks. This is where there's no more bubble. If your whole fleet, your base repair automatically if somebody doesn't kill 4 special buildings, or is it 4? Say outpost, all your warehouses, right?
Hmm.
And your
and radio tower
and Great Hall. Yeah.
Because that's really important.
Well, you can't have your communications knocked down.
Oh, good lord! Not that they'll work anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I was surprised the dock wasn't in there, but whatever.
Yeah, it's a good addition.
Yeah. But everybody wants, if they want to be nice, they don't take out somebody's dock. But maybe they could just lower the repair time. Then it's a win-win.
Well, I hope they lower the repair time of the launch pad.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe on this change, they're just going to make the dock instant fix as soon as you've been hit, and it just comes alive again. That'd be good.
Yeah. I think that would help a lot of people. So this is going to happen in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And then just to keep us excited, they're not going to release the Saw Factory until mid-May. And I've seen different reports on what Saw is either subaquatic weapons factory, which we think is going to create mines, or I think it was Half Centaur that said sharks and whale factory, which would be even more interesting as far as a defensive capability of your base. So these are going to come soon. I think the Carnage is going to be a more interesting haul at that point as far as a defender, because can't get prepped out. So this will be interesting to see how it plays out. They've delayed it a while, and hopefully it works out. I expect a rough rollout at the beginning, unless they make some changes to how our bases, the timer on base attacks. There's all sorts of things that could be thrown off through this.
Give us some more land like it's War Commander.
I hope they picked a good range of players for their play testing, just so they can get feedback from all different levels of players. So that's one of my hopes. The other one is that this PvP change doesn't happen right before Bounty. I'd rather it happen right after.
Yeah, it's supposed to Let me see. We sort of skipped over it. It's the a week before Bounty is the schedule. Should occur, at least a post associated with it is supposed to occur the week of April 14th, while Bounty is the week of April 21st. So
That'll be okay.
yeah. Any more thoughts on the PvP rule changes?
I'm looking forward to it because I think it'd be absolutely bedlam.
Mm.
Good fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be carnage. There's going to be crying all over the pages. So it'd be brilliant fun.
Yeah, people that don't pay attention to anything, they're all of a sudden going to find the forum and like, oh, how did this happen? How come I didn't hear about this for the last 6 months? Yeah, and I'm curious how it's going to change the bounty rules as far as how that all works out. As far as it'll be interesting.
Are we finally going to dump medals as well?
Well, they said it goes basically the understanding it would get rid of the 50% medal, and only it's either you kill everything. It's either you win medals or you lose.
It's not about the winning though. It's about the retention of for certain individuals when they start, sharing them and then getting people up to. They pass them around, don't they? So
Yeah. Well, that was one of the things that they said that the reason they delayed this so long is they wanted to fix the metal problem. And I don't think it would have taken them 3 months to say, okay, we'll just get rid of them. So, they're probably going to do something else with them, but I don't think it's going to be just throwing them away or else, this month's of delay is, I don't know. Maybe they're quote unquote working from home. So we'll see. All right. If nothing else on that, let's see what else we got. I think this is the last slide. Some spicy siege targets and some fantastic skin. So there we go. And the other thing that I find interesting is, and I'm assuming this is in place because of the issue with the dock weight and people that weren't able to get their docks upgraded prior to the last raid probably feel a little bit cheated as far as I only really got to use my Punishers in one raid, this upcoming raid. Is there's going to be a top tier target for the Punisher. So that's
I think you just extend the record by a month.
Yeah, I made that suggestion.
Like that's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was, but I guess they're sort of going halfway on this. And
okay, I just got a clue into Derpy's poll because look there, they love the MK2 so much that they must have gone on and voted multiple times for it.
Kick try hack my poll.
Yeah. That's
they did it. Now we go.
Okay.
Somebody.
It wasn't the Russians or the Ukrainians. It was Kickside that got into this one. Okay. So yeah, I'm glad you cleared that up so quickly. So any thoughts on this, Derpy? As the executive of the election?
More fun events.
Okay. Alrighty. I don't know if there's any targets that we should be hitting. Nobody in the I can't recall that I saw anybody in YouTube ask for any targets to be previewed because I think we've seen them all. The 55, like I said, you just need to auto it. You can blind auto it. Derpy was talking about the I just autoed it after the first one and didn't really pay attention that the can we do some 67s? I don't know. The 67 is the
is that an dragon target?
Yeah, it's the dragon target. If anybody,
have dragons, I don't know.
I'm happy to look for mine at a store.
yeah,
Yeah, go on, Derpy. You do it, mate.
yeah,
I don't know. I
does
still got them even.
yeah, not dragoons, dragons. Yeah, it's an Inferno dragon target.
Is it?
Yeah.
They're in storage. They must be.
Yeah, I saw somebody, and I responded to him because he seemed very, I don't know, very out of sorts. He didn't like he didn't like my response. Is that he was a new player, and he complained he went from level 5 to level 37 after playing for 5 hours because they gave him all these free ships,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and he was complaining, and I was like, I don't know what he got because he wasn't, one's the nicest fellows. And I'm like, well, you can't, what they did to the FM, after they got rid of everything below 120, you wouldn't be able to advance in the game. So I guess this is a band-aid. I am curious what ships he did get. Did he get dragons? Did he get Praetorians, or what did he get? And he said they upgraded a bunch of his buildings, and he wanted to naturally go through the whole process. And I told him I think this was just a band-aid for the change that they're trying to make. Because he wanted to read everything through naval labs and stuff. So, yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, but those lower levels don't mean nothing now, do they? So.
Go ahead. What were you saying, Derpy?
I only have 2 Inferno Dragons. I must have scrapped 3 of them. I think I did it yesterday, so we're not seeing that for me today.
Let me look. Let me have a look.
Kenny, I have some on the water right now if you want me to do it.
Okay. Oh, wow. You're on it.
I'm on the ball.
Okay. Well, you want to screen share?
Did that too.
Yeah.
All righty. Let's go.
Didn't put
All
a
right.
on it.
Can I do the commentary? Can I?
Yeah. You can create into a competition and see who can get the best time on 67. I'm not against that.
No, I want to comment. I'll do the commentary.
Okay, go ahead. And Captain Larky said, drive stacked and don't stop.
Drive stacked and don't stop. Okay, I'll stack them and
oh, bless them. Look at them. Look.
I think we hit this one before like this, didn't we? I think this is one of the ones where we did have that competition. And Aussie was pissed because Mike got a better time. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. I didn't hit it this way, though.
What do you mean?
Whatever, I'll just go ahead. And TSM's doing the commentary, so go ahead.
I'm just stunned at the moment.
Better time.
Yeah, Looper, don't stop with those mortars coming in. You've had it otherwise.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
That's quite the nice rain of mortars, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rolling.
Yeah, and you can set this up with multiple waypoints and walk
Remember
away.
this one? Yeah, I remember this one.
And since my waypoints actually work.
Yeah, my waypoints were working really good in the 128 earlier today. I could put all 7 out, which was surprising.
HTML5, or are you still flashing?
Still flashing.
Okay.
I like how they sort of fall out of the sky when their boats are gone, like some kind of physics violation there.
Yeah.
They're not ballistic if they're going to change their.
Well, they're missiles, so they could be guidance based, and they're guidance.
And they decide to splash into the water as soon as they don't have guidance.
Yeah.
If you hit it hard enough, you can stop it.
All right.
Maybe our countermeasures are really, really, really dense.
Forgot the 2 cans up there. Yep, the time wasters.
Oh my god! No, I don't even know how to respond to
Probably
that.
true.
I hope it has toilet paper. This can.
Don't want to let you get too many done.
Yeah.
Well,
If it wasn't for that last turn, you'd have had this for instant fix, I think. You might still get it, actually, but...
Yeah. I don't know. I guess he thinks you're spending too much time in the cans.
Well, the good thing about things like that is if you're prepping for someone, it's really easy to leave those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Survey says
21 minutes. So it's instant on the, probably instant in the,
Instant in the
Well,
base.
yeah. Black Bear, is that, I don't know, what kind of times were you getting? So I'm not sure if that's an improvement. I don't know. TSM, did you figure out if you had any?
let me have a look.
I have a fleet. If
Because I remember hitting those. Yeah. Do you remember what kind of times you were getting?
no,
I do remember it was instant. Can't remember if it was instant on the water or instant in the base. Okay, he's been getting an hour or so.
Things I put mine away a year ago. So
Yeah.
hang on a minute. How many have I got? Well, I've got 3, I think. Oh, I might only have 3. Oh, what's that? Oh, no, that's a Praetorian.
Okay. Well, Mike get
Oh,
fed
Oh,
up.
here's
67.
Yeah, who wants to get him out first, I'll,
Inferno Dragons. Yeah.
Putting them back in the dock here.
okay.
Well, everyone should have Praetorians now, though. So why would
It's-
you do this target?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah,
It's
you're right.
tier
Everybody
locks. You
does.
can't bring
They gave
them
them
in.
away, didn't they?
No, but why is he not hitting the next target? Why is he not hitting the 128? I think it's the question this year.
That's a good question.
Everybody was given Praetorians.
Not if sometimes if you miss a week.
Oh, and you might have missed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think how you
Well, you're
had
supposed
to do
to-
it is message them and they'll give them to you.
You met Gillian. Could you?
Yeah, if you don't have Praetorians, send a message to Gilly.
Yeah.
And they were going to get them for you because everyone should have them by now.
What's the number?
When do we get X1 for these Praetorians?
67. Oh, he's using the Praetorians for FM.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, be back in a second.
67.
Yeah. Okay. Must be some 67s around here.
All right, Mark, you're on sure. Okay.
Oh, am I? Oh, okay.
Somebody is. I'm sure it's not me.
Yeah,
That
I'll
was
just move my mouse.
That's
Yeah, it
fine.
must be me. Oh, there's one there.
I'm not in competition anyway, so what the hell?
So did you have all 5 TSM?
Yeah, I found him. Yeah, I
Okay.
forgot what they look like, to be honest.
All right, let's take a vote. Is TSM going to be over or under?
21 minutes, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
I'm going under 21. He's got a bacon skin.
We like the bacon though.
Yeah.
And my dragons were unupgraded and didn't have all the toys on them.
And he's taking a different route. No,
You
he's
can't start that already.
Do you have Euphoria there, Kenny?
No, they're unupgraded.
This one. It's the mortar ships that do it, isn't it?
Oh my.
Somebody's got a television on.
You can
We
hear
got something.
that
Yeah.
mine? You can hear my TV?
I hear somebody's TV.
I'll see if it went away.
Yeah.
That's one notch lower than normal. Just checking my garage door. It has not been open in 17 days. Can you believe that? Got a message from my vehicle. All systems have been shut down to conserve battery life. It hasn't moved in 17 days. And now my wife is out of potato chips, and that's a major, major problem.
Major issues.
Oh my God, I am not going out for those.
First world issues.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
the only problem I had. That would be fine.
Definitely under.
No potato chips.
14. There you go.
All right, Kenny, you've been outdone.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah,
just to see
but
if-
you know what? Base repair is base repair.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
you know, think about it. Doesn't matter, does it? If it makes base repair, it's cool.
If it did instant repair on the map, I'd be dismayed. But
Yeah, you probably could with a crew, I expect. You probably could get away with it. You have to. Well, no, maybe not. I missed one of the rockets on the way around.
were all of those U3?
Yeah, probably. You know me.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
mine-
course they are. I don't know why I even looked. Oh well.
It's not a huge improvement for all the time and effort to get to U3, though.
It's
Well,
only
it's
one
only
click.
one button to click.
Exactly. Oh dear.
You still have to bring every ship out of the slots and hit repair. And
It's 5 buttons. You got to click 5 times.
Oh, there is that. Yeah.
same amount of clicks either way.
Good grief.
But-
68, right?
As long as you
You found
save another 5 minutes a ship, it's identical.
Was it 68 or 67? Can't
It's
remember.
got to be a
now.
67.
Are you sharing
My
it?
memory's not very long.
Hefe's not here to
Alrighty.
swap screens.
I did a rock and roll for 2 minutes. For whatever the hell that thing does.
It's fun to look at the target,
Yeah.
tanks and all.
I didn't actually look at the target. I just hit it. Someone said to me already that it was instant, so I just went. All right,
Yeah,
I'll do
2
that.
minutes,
sometime.
20 seconds, I think, with four in the flag. 3 in the flag, I'm sorry.
You should look at the target. Do one just to look at it because it's funny.
Again, I just entered a 67 now, so see what happens.
All right,
And I'm-
Hefe's back.
So
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
You'll be honest about what? All right. Is there anything anything else we should be covering?
Yeah, I think we pretty much got it. I'm surprised. I was thinking with the CM diary and Pillage, we'd have a whole lot to talk about, but doesn't seem to be.
Well, Pillage
Well-
is just pretty dull this time, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't. I'm not going to need to do much this time at all.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I think I just need to get the
new-
weapons. And
Yeah, it'd be nice if they would add other things like the Praetorian upgrades and builds, even though they're giving us, gifting us. It would be nice to have those, or maybe PvP upgrades.
They still may add something before it's over. Well, it's only a 3-day event, 3.5 days event.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would do this event with your Praetorians and then do
First.
that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm doing now. Clean these off tonight and then basically let them fix overnight, and then I can
Yeah.
do the FM tomorrow at the same time as doing the other ones.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm waiting to start the FM until I have a Punisher finished upgrading, so I can somehow. I think I'm going to use some of the one of the tokens that I have to burn on the putting some Golden Eagle rockets on my Praetorian. So
So I might just build another Punisher flag and then just use it for SSRBs. I'm not sure.
what? But just put a.
Just put sonar on it,
Well, you can. For mine, I can just blind auto them.
Yeah, I do, but sometimes it's just fun to drive around all those little stupid mines because it's boredom killing, isn't it? So
Okay. I'm surprised that you can blind auto it. but I want to drive this one. Doesn't really.
When you're really bored, really bored, there's a lot of home time, isn't there, at the moment?
Yeah, okay.
You win, Mark. 22 and a half minutes.
22 and a half.
22 minutes, 30 seconds. Yep.
All right, okay. And what were yours? You what?
Gotta wait till they get back in the base now.
It can't be you three then, surely.
I don't know. I would be surprised if they're not, quite honestly. But
No, just say they weren't. See, right.
okay, they're not.
There you go. See that? As expected.
We'll see. I haven't got them in the base yet.
Is this for the Infernal Dragons or the Praetorian target?
In fact, they are only U1s.
Oh, well, there you go then. The
Oh wait.
the dragon target.
The Inferno or the Greta's is a U3.
Yeah,
And U2 is the best I have there on the rest of them. One of them's a U1. So they're not all finished.
And they never will be.
TSM, what
never-
what damage are you getting on the 128s there?
I think it was averaging between 35 minutes or something like that and 40, something like that.
Okay,
Something along those
that
lines.
sounds like what I'm getting. I hit one and got 33 minutes damage.
Yeah, it's
Mostly in the
flexible, isn't it? Then
flag.
it never seems to be the same, though, does it? Sometimes it.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm driving the
I
same
literally
exact
just
way
click-
you are too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not that fussy. I just like click, click, click. But that's the pattern I always.
yeah.
I think it depends on how fast you get started and where those ships are in your path.
But I always at the top. I always make them go slightly up and then bring one down and then let the rest follow. It stops that
Right.
first rocket shooting at you.
Right. I mean, it's how quick you set up and get moving will depend on where those ships are, where they fall in your path.
That's true. Yeah.
So that's where I think the difference is.
Okay, so maybe my ships are maybe the Armakila rockets are working because those ships are dead. They're no matter what I do, those ships are dead. So maybe that is a bonus for this whole thing. That I don't have to worry about the ships. They're just I never have to go back anymore.
No, I don't go. No. If they do, I still can't make my mind up at those rockets. I've only got one on the flagship, I think, to be honest. And then it just seems an awful lot of effort for.
Well, now you get them for free, so yeah.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah,
But still, fit time. Is it 5.5 hours each one or something like that?
Yeah, but they're giving you
yeah, but I'm trying to burn away the FM tokens.
Alrighty. Saying that I'm not building anything either at the moment. I don't think so.
Yeah. So
In fact, I'm upgrading a subjugator because it's just there and I don't know what to do with it. So
So
even though they're pretty
Start
rich
a
now.
new FM and you got full tokens in the bank and nothing to build.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a common.
yeah.
Well, that's about to change, though. After this week, we'll have too much to build again.
Right.
One month you're building, and the next month you're upgrading.
Crazy. Okay.
But
And
yeah,
then as soon as the new thing comes out, you have to build that.
and we'll have a new defender as well.
Yeah.
So.
So nearly have no reason to do the FM this week. I haven't looked at the prices, but
No, we discussed it. You need to get the armors.
You might need to get the armors. We don't know yet.
Well, if you've only got
the new one, maybe the new one. I think I'm short. I don't have the full. Couldn't do a full fleet. I don't think with the new ones.
I'm actually short on the armors for the Punisher Mark II. I don't have enough to go around because I didn't get some every week. I didn't plan well.
Yeah, I usually get them all.
Yeah, I changed mine because I put 4 ballistic on mine, so I'm a little imbalanced on mine. So I picked up a few extra of those. So.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I've been doing
I
this.
just auto the 149s or 141s before I go to bed, and then let them repair overnight.
And you auto them. Okay, I've been driving. I was going to say I drive them all before I go to bed and just let them auto at night or repair overnight and do it again the next day.
So
Yeah,
that's the 141s though.
That's good.
Yeah.
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 Well, the 139s and 141s. What we learned when last time TSM was on the show, we're like, yeah, there's like a 5-minute difference between driving and autoing them. So
Might as well.
Yeah.
I get hit by those doggone long range rockets anyway. It doesn't matter because I can't get to them in time.
Mm-hmm.
They're 15-second intervals or something, and it just can't get there.
Yeah.
So they're going to hit you.
GSM are all your points from the 128s?
Yeah.
Wow.
How many points they got? I don't know. I'm still the same. Is this still the
Quite-
first fleet? So,
Quite a
on now.
bit.
How many? Oh yeah, 101. I'm nearly dead though. That crew was working, but it's dead now. Well, it's been dead a while.
What crew did you use?
Just that one there with the building damage.
Okay, yeah. Creeping Death.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been away a while. I can't remember the names off the stuff anymore.
Yeah. Well, they haven't changed the name since,
Yeah, but I'm getting older.
0, whatever. Yeah.
Mark, it can be 10 minutes, and I don't remember the name, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, his wife's wondering why he's calling her Trixie. So yeah.
How do you know her name's Trixie?
It was one of those pet things, back in the day.
Yeah.
It's a whole different story.
Yeah, it's a long story.
After the after show.
Yeah.
Please.
Actually, it's the first I heard of it. That's okay.
Okay. So, I guess we don't have much more else to talk about. I guess I'll post the link in case anybody wants to join the. You didn't have to end, but it's just sort of.
Not exciting, is it?
Well,
I will say though, on my Infernos, the only one that was at the one that was at X1 was the only one that wasn't instant repair in a base. All the rest
Really?
of instant. Yeah.
for your okay. Well, your
So
So
Inferno,
the ones that were X2 and above, they were instant.
but it was the flag.
No, the flag was instant. Well, the
Okay.
flag I have at U3. It was just one of the back ships was at U1, and that was the only one that took more than 5 minutes repair.
What, Inferno Dragons? They go to
Yeah.
X1?
Let me look.
U3, I think it is. It's U3.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, U3. U3.
Okay, yeah. No,
Did I say X1? I apologize.
Yeah. The one that was at X1. Yeah, that was confusing me. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I nearly got the coins out then.
yeah. He's got the X1 Inferno Dragons.
I almost had something to do.
Yeah.
That was pre-Euphoria days.
Just a mistake. That was my mistake.
That's all good. All right. Well, I guess I'll wrap things up. I don't know what we're going to talk about on. What should we even talk about on Friday?
We could talk about the weather,
I don't know.
whether or not.
Yeah, no, because we'll have. I don't know. Nothing really more to talk about in the pillage. We'll have BP next week, and yeah. But yeah, we'll be here. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about. Hopefully, something interesting will happen. And until then, we'll see you all then. And thanks everybody for showing up.
Good night, all.
Bye.
Later,
Good
people.
night.
Wash your hands and have your governor be a nice person.